Ever felt like you're constantly running a race you didn't even sign up for? You open an app, glance at your calendar, and suddenly a wave of anxiety hits. You feel like you're failing, like you're not doing enough. Here's a secret: you're not failing. The interfaces you use every single day are designed to make you feel that way. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 10 of these sneaky designs that quietly make you feel behind. Let's start with a classic. You're behind on your goals. You see this on your fitness tracker, your language app, your work dashboard. It's meant to trigger a sense of urgency, right? Get you back on track. But let's be honest, it doesn't feel like a helpful nudge. It feels like pressure. It's a tiny digital voice telling you you're already lagging. Instead of inspiring you to catch up, it often just makes you feel bad about falling behind in the first place. It reframes your personal goal not as a journey, but as a pass-fail test you're currently failing. This isn't motivation. It is a carefully crafted dose of pressure designed to make you re-engage with the app out of guilt, not genuine desire. Next up, the social comparison trap. You see messages like others are ahead of you, or top learners spent 3 hours on this. This is a powerful and often toxic motivator. Suddenly, your personal progress isn't about you anymore. It's about how you stack up against a faceless crowd of overachievers. This feature taps directly into our primal fear of being left behind by the tribe. It's not about helping you learn or improve. It's about creating a competitive environment where the only way to feel good is to be better than someone else. This is engineered anxiety. The platform creates a problem, your perceived inadequacy, and then presents itself as the solution. Keep using our app and maybe you'll catch up. It's a hamster wheel of comparison that benefits the platform's engagement metrics, not your well-being. Then there's the statistical slap in the face. Your progress is below average. Ouch. What does average even mean in this context? It's a vague, often meaningless metric. The average user could be someone who uses the app for 8 hours a day. Comparing yourself to this phantom average is a recipe for discouragement. This isn't constructive feedback, it's ranking. It turns your personal development into a leaderboard where you're stuck at the bottom. The message isn't, here's how you can improve. The message is, you are not good enough. It ignores your personal context, your unique pace, and your individual circumstances, and instead flattens your entire experience into a single judgmental data point. It's a feature that prioritizes data-driven shaming over genuine, humane encouragement. And who hasn't felt the sting of this one? You missed your deadline. Those 3 words can feel like a punch to the gut. On the surface, it's just a factual statement. But the way it's presented, often in bold red text, amplifies feelings of guilt and failure. A deadline you set for yourself suddenly feels like a rule you broke, a promise you failed to keep. This isn't just scheduling, it's judgment. The interface becomes an authority figure, silently chiding you for your perceived lack of discipline. It adds an unnecessary layer of emotional weight to a simple task. Instead of helping you reschedule or reassess, it just points out your failure, leaving you to deal with the guilt on your own. It transforms a neutral event, a task not being completed on time, into a moral failing. Now for one of the most powerful psychological tricks in the book. Your streak is broken. You had a 100-day streak for meditating, learning a language, or working out. You miss one day, and poof, it's back to 0. This plays on a cognitive bias called loss aversion, where the pain of losing something is twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something equivalent. The app made you work hard to build that streak, to gain that sense of accomplishment. And now, it's gone. The fear of breaking the streak becomes the primary motivator, not the activity itself. You're no longer meditating because it's good for you. You're meditating to not lose the streak. This isn't a reminder. It's a form of control, keeping you tethered to the app through fear of loss. Here's a more subtle one. You haven't checked in today. It pops up as a notification, a seemingly innocent reminder. But think about the underlying message. It suggests you were supposed to check in. It implies a sense of duty or obligation that you neglected. It's a passive-aggressive way of asking, where have you been? This isn't a friendly hello. It's subtle shaming. It frames your absence as a problem, a lapse in your commitment. The implication is that you're being lazy or forgetful. It creates a low-level hum of anxiety, a feeling that you're always on the hook, always needing to report back to your digital overseer. It is one more small way that technology introduces a sense of being perpetually behind on your unspoken duties. Let's get a bit more direct with "you're falling behind." This one often shows up in educational, platforms, or project management tools. Unlike the others, this isn't subtle at all. It's a direct accusation. The system, the algorithm, has determined that your pace is unacceptable. It's algorithmic pressure, pure and simple. The platform sets an arbitrary pace, and if you deviate from it, you are labeled as falling behind. This isn't a neutral observation. It's an engineered stressor. It disregards the fact that people learn and work in different ways and at different speeds. It imposes a one-size-fits-all timeline and punishes anyone who doesn't conform. The goal isn't to help you succeed. It's to push you to keep up with the machine's predetermined schedule. Then there's the panic-inducing "your task is overdue." Seeing that red "overdue" label next to a task immediately triggers a fight-or-flight response. Your heart rate might go up, your focus narrows, and a sense of panic can set in. It's an alarm bell for your brain. While sometimes necessary, the design of these warnings often maximizes stress. It transforms a simple to-do list into a minefield of potential failures. This isn't about productivity. It's about creating tension. The constant threat of having tasks turn overdue can make you feel like we're always on the verge of being overwhelmed. It encourages a frantic, reactive way of working rather than a calm, proactive one, all to keep you engaged with the platform's sense of manufactured urgency. Even the seemingly neutral calendar app isn't safe. Have you ever seen a message like, "You had a low productivity day"? Some calendar and time tracking apps will literally score your days based on how many productive tasks you completed. But who defines productive? Is taking a much-needed mental health day unproductive? Is spending time with your family unproductive? This isn't planning. It's scoring. It turns your life into a game where you're constantly being graded by your own tools. It promotes a toxic hustle culture where every minute must be optimized and accounted for. It can make you feel guilty for resting, for being human. Your calendar should be a tool to manage your time, not a judge that grades your worth based on arbitrary metrics. And finally, the simple but devastating inbox, 1,342 unread. That number, just sitting there, is a constant, screaming reminder of all the things you haven't gotten to. Each unread email represents an unanswered request, an unread piece of information, a pending task. It's a visual representation of being behind. Your inbox becomes a source of ambient stress, a digital pile of obligations that you can never quite conquer. This isn't just organization. It's a constant visual burden. The sheer volume creates a sense of being overwhelmed and perpetually behind, making it hard to even know where to start. It has a design that inherently creates a feeling of failure because reaching inbox zero is, for most people, an impossible ideal. So, from your fitness app to your work email, these interfaces are not accidental. They are designed to leverage our deepest psychological insecurities to keep us clicking, scrolling, and engaging. They create a feeling of being behind, and then they sell us the solution, which is to use the app even more. They aren't evil, but they are manipulative. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to taking back control. It's about understanding that the feeling of being behind isn't a personal failure. It's a design feature. Which of these have you experienced, and which one surprised you the most? I'm genuinely curious to hear your stories, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. I promise I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.